Alright, we talked about this briefly earlier on. Cloud Kingdom is no longer part of the Heart of the Swarm map pool. How does this make you feel? I can see the disgust already.
I can't believe you're bringing this up again. You know how upset I am over this whole thing. Shut. This totally ruins my laddering.
I know, we're never gonna see you on Heart of the Swarm. We'll never see you using the new units.
And you know, I just asked Chris Siggety, who is the production director at Blizzard for SC2, about Cloud Kingdom. Like, I asked him, I was like, what's your favorite map to play on? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, you don't have a favorite map? He's like, I don't know, I mean, Ohana's pretty cool. And I'm like, just say Cloud Kingdom for my stream. And he's like, Cloud Kingdom. He's like, personally, I really hate that map though. And I'm just like, I'm obsessed with Cloud Kingdom. And he's like, why? I'm like, I think it's a beautiful map. I love how it's blue. It's like sparkly, and I win every time on that map. And every time that I get it, I do like a dance. And I do the moonwalk, and I have this like song that I play, and I'm like, it's a big deal. Like Cloud Kingdom is a big deal to me. And he didn't tell me that it wasn't in HOTS. Like, he didn't like care to notify me or anything. So it's like he just left me out like in the blue. And so I'm really upset. Like, I mean, that was kind of like one of my things. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people on my stream and like look forward to, and I look forward to it. And it's just every time that like you hit the find button, like, it's not just, am I gonna play Terran, Protoss, or Zerg? It's also, what's the map gonna be? Is it gonna be a Cloud Kingdom map or something else? So I mean, it kind of really gives people, in my opinion, something to look forward to, and me too. Like, I turned it into like a game. So the fact that it's gone is like Monopoly without money.
How do you play? Yeah, exactly. I kind of mean this up as a joke, but the reality is, I think Blizzard, and well, with Heart of the Swarm especially, they're starting to cater to more of the casual gamer. More like people like yourself who don't play 15 hours a day and try to be the best of like the hardcore, but the people who just love Starcraft for the sake of Starcraft. And I kind of feel that whether it's something silly like, for example, just a map like Cloud Kingdom, or whether it's a unit or whatever, I think they're starting to realize there's more people who love different aspects of this game other than just the pro scene. So yeah. I personally am really excited that they've started incorporating a lot more casual friendly stuff with Heart of the Swarm. Yeah. Obviously, you're very upset with one particular decision, but as a whole, how do you feel so far about the way they've, I guess, approached Heart of the Swarm?
No, I completely agree. And I really like playing through the campaign too. Playing the campaign's really fun. I couldn't play it on Brutal even if I tried. Like, I feel like playing it on like Pussy level or whatever it's called.
It's for the story, man, right? Like, who cares?
Yeah, like, I don't need to play it on Brutal and get like destroyed by a bunch of lings. Well, I guess I wouldn't because it's a Zerg expansion. I really, really enjoy it. And I haven't laddered yet, so I don't really know. I haven't played like Heart of the Swarm.
Well, apparently you never will either.
Yeah, well, now knowing that Cloud Kingdom's not on there. I need to, like, I really want to. I want to be familiar with it. I'm such a nervous player because I know, like, I just started getting used to Starcraft 2. Like, I just started kind of like finding my niche there. So I'm kind of just like, crap. Like, now I gotta switch again.
Well, luckily you play Terran, who at the point of this interview are absurdly strong right now. Like, people are just upset. Pro players, casual players, Terran is looking really good right now. So maybe you'll shy away from it for a bit, but hopefully not too long so you can take advantage of the strength of Terran.
Seriously. I will try that. I will, especially right now since they are OP.
Yeah, I too am a Terran player, so it's I'm enjoying it a lot.
That's awesome! I didn't know you played Terran.
I play Terran, and you know what? I'm so guilty of this. Like, okay, I really like 2v2s more than 1v1s. I find them a lot more fun, a lot less stressful, and if you lose, then blame your ally, right? So it's like, who cares? It wasn't my fault that I lost.
That's awesome.
So you mentioned before you're into joking around and some sillier things, maybe even some pranks. I was wondering if you could elaborate on that a little bit.
At NASL, we do a lot of really silly segment. Dan and I last season did Fierce Fitness.
Oh god.
Did you ever?
I think everyone at some point has seen Fierce Fitness.
It turned out like really serious. Like, Dan comes up to me and he's like, Lauren, you know, I want to do this segment and I need you to do it with me. And like, I really want to get like these nerds out of their chairs. like I really, you know, I want to encourage them to like do like really easy like fitness things that are gonna like improve their lifestyle. And he's like, you know, you sit down like this and you need to like, you know, get your back up and stuff. And so I really want to do this. And so started out really serious, and then throughout like after the first segment, like nobody took it seriously.
Well, I
And
mean,
it was,
like you're wearing like the '70s clothing and like the
I
leg
know. We
warmers.
wanted to make it fun, but it didn't. It did not turn out the way that we planned. And so from there, it just kind of became like a sitcom.
Well, I
Like,
gotta say, like sitcom or not, the worst part of Fierce Fitness was Mr. Bitter dressing up as Lauren
oh my
Elise
god,
for
I
Fierce
know.
Fitness.
What the heck? Like, I didn't even know that he was gonna do that until I saw it on stream with everybody else.
So that hit you too, like, oh my god, what
I
is
was like,
happening?
did Ben really get in like a skirt and like a little halter top? What the hell?
The best part is they did that and nobody told you. Like, can you imagine how hard of a secret that would have been to
I
keep? Like,
know. I know. That must have been so hard to keep. Well, from that has spawned like a bunch of other ideas for Dan and I. We just want to keep this fun thing going. He comes up to me the other day and like it was like all he's like, Lauren, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. I want to do another really fun segment. And I'm like, what do you want to do?
it's
He's
all
like,
secrets. Shh.
yeah. He's like, what do you want to do? And I go, or he said, I want to do like a punked, but like at NASL. Like I want to go pranking people.
That
And
would
I'm
be
like,
awesome.
oh my god, that sounds like so much fun. Like, you know, what would we do? And he's like, well, I want to get like hidden cameras and like I really want to go all out, and I think it'd be great. And so we started brainstorming like different things that we could do, and I was like, what if we got like a pro player, like a local one, to like go to like a Starbucks or something, and like put on the outfit and be behind the counter, and then like have Ben go get us coffee or something, like make him go, like send him out of the office and have him go there, and then like he gets there and it's like a pro player behind the thing, like totally normal, like really cool, chill, like whatever, and then Ben could be like, dude, what are you doing here, man? Like,
Double
work at
take.
Starbucks? Yeah, and so I think it'd be really funny to like have this guy like, yeah, dude, it's no big deal. It's just a side job, you know. The gaming's I'm not really winning very much, or not like winning competitions. So gotta get a second job. What can I get you to drink? And so like I just think it'd be so funny. And Ben would like never know. Like he'd never know. And so then he'd come back to the office, and I think it'd be great to have cameras and have his reaction like, you guys will never believe who's at Starbucks right now. And so I just think that like little like a punked thing.
Well, I would love, because like I think the funniest thing about that, like it wouldn't be the fact that you had like someone like, I don't know, like let's say Fuser at like Starbucks, but like just like Ben coming to the office, Mr. Bitter, just gonna sit down with like Rotterdam quietly behind the desk, be like, so Kev, never guess who I saw today.
I think it would be epic. I think it would be so epic. And
Well, obviously
you know,
we can't use this one anymore. He might see it, but
obviously this one's never gonna happen. It's definitely an idea that has been thrown around quite a bit.
that would be pretty cool. Yeah, like I can see that being, because you guys, I mean, NESL has so many great segments for things as is. I think that would be a funny one if you guys did it right, as long as it wasn't like Fierce Fitness where it was a little maybe too try-hardy.
It would really have to be like really thought out. And of course, the first time that we prank somebody, everybody's gonna be watching out for it. You know? So I mean, if we did something like that to Ben, like the next time, or like that we do something, he's gonna be like, oh, am I being punked right now? So he's gonna eat the, we'd have to do it like space it out. It's a good idea. We just have to think of how we can start it, and we don't want to push anyone to the like point of rage or like ruin anybody's reputation. So we're gonna have to. It's in the process. It's in the works.
Well, I look forward to hopefully one day seeing that segment, even if it's not like a segment.
It's like, oh, she told me about that.
Oh yeah, well no, I mean like yeah, part of it's gonna be like, oh, I was totally there for the planning, but like it also just, I think it'd have funny good results, because I mean the thing in my opinion that's so great about the NASL is the personalities you guys have there. I mean you can't really just throw anyone to do clutches or Mr. Bitter's job, right? Like they're there because they're them. Same with you,
Yeah.
even as like the host slot. You can't just have some random person come in and be Lauren Elise. It's not gonna work the same way.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate that.
Awesome, accidental suck up points.
I'll take them all.
Fair enough. Okay, so another thing I'd like to talk to you about is your show, or however you'd like to phrase it, Love Line. Now, a lot of people probably don't know what this is. I'll let you explain it real quick before I ask my question in regards to it.
Okay, Loveline is a segment that I do usually on Friday nights. And it started off kind of with how to get out of the friend zone. Like, and I was only gonna do like one little segment. And it was just like, I was just gonna tell everybody just how to get out of the friend zone and just make it real simple. Some like do's and don'ts. And people think that it's kind of just like a friend zone is something that you stay in forever. And it depends on how long you're there. Sometimes it is forever. It really depends on the person. But this whole Loveline thing kind of came from this one little segment that I did. And then people, like, my Twitch messaging just blew up, and all these people are like, well, what about this? And what about this? And about this? And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do another Loveline next week, and I'm going to address 3 of these things. And every week since then, I have tried to address 3 topics. And it's just advice. Like, I'm no doctor. I don't have, like, the magical key that makes a girl's pants fall down.
Yeah, it's girl chat is what it is.
Yeah, it's just like chat, and it's just, I will answer people's questions that they give me specifically, and I give guys my advice. And a lot of this has turned into like personal messaging, like where I don't even address a lot of it on stream. Like, it's just like through messages, I just answer people. But Loveline is a segment that I do usually every Friday night after I stream. So we usually do it like around 11:30, and it's for an hour. And I have like my binder right here. It's like, it's
oh my gosh, you actually have, that's awesome. You even got the Reddit thing up there too.
I used to be a teacher, so it's like got it in me. And so I've done like all these topics. I've done like so many. I did like some of my topics that I've done are how to get out of the friend zone, how to ask a friend out without being awkward, how to handle mixed signals, what to do when she cancels, the do's and don'ts of dating, pickup lines, how to engage with girls, what to do for Valentine's Day, how to apologize. Like, I mean, it's really turned into like a whole thing. What is love? What's the difference between love, lust, and like? And relationships during unemployment. Like, I've covered all these topics, and I make notes every week, and I pick certain people's questions, and I will say, you know, I never like expose anyone, but like someone will ask me a question, I'll say, I had a question from this person, and this was the question, and then I'll just say, and this is my answer, and this is what I feel, and this is what I would do, and this is what I think you should do, but it's totally up to you. You can do whatever you want, but this is my advice. So that's what Loveline is. That's what Loveline is all about. I write Loveline for a bunch of nerds.
She said lovingly, of course.
I do. Sorry.
You make it sound so terrible.
I do this for everybody.
You mentioned you appreciate the people who support you. Who?
Yeah.
I guess like who do you feel is the most beneficial to you? Like, so with your streamers as an example.
I have quite a few. I mean, basically like shout outs, right? Like that's kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I've got. I mean, I would say Jawsome Art. He's been really cool. Like, he's an awesome artist, and he does like a lot of speed art. I think everyone should go on YouTube and just type Jawsome Art. It's awesome with the J in front of it. He's an amazing artist, and he's done some art of me. So you can type like Jawsome Art, Lauren Elise, and he does it of me, and I think that's really, really cool. And he's constantly like retweeting me and just like at events, like always trying to get people like involved in esports and get people to talk to me. And so I like that. I really appreciate him. Super Sarge X. He's another guy out there. He was at the season 3 finals, and I met him there, and I just gave him a t-shirt. He was one of the guys that I like was throwing t-shirts to, and he caught one, and he came up and he said thank you, and he's like, I'm really glad to see that there's a girl like getting involved in esports. Like, I really like that. So I mean, right from the start, he was really nice, and he's followed me ever since, and like been on my stream, and he's one of my mods, and he's always asking me how I'm doing. So I mean, he's great too. And then I have other guys like Patman, who is like my most passionate mod of all time. Like, he would, like, if someone even says something like, oh, her shirt's a little low cut, Patman, like, cause he went on this like ban rage where like he would just ban everybody down the list, and I had to like pause the stream and like send him a message, and I'm like, look, you know, if someone says something inappropriate, let it go. If someone says something inappropriate twice, you know, tell them to stop. If they say something inappropriate 3 times, then put them in timeout. But don't permanently ban someone for like saying.
Much less everyone.
And so he would just like go down the list and be like, someone would be like, oh, she is so annoying, permanent ban. Like, and it's just like, Pat, man, I appreciate you, and I know that you're just trying to do good things, but calm it down a bit, man.
That overzealous cop.
Oh yeah, and he's just like the Lauren Elise police. Oh,
I like the that should be your band name. I'm pretty sure your like husband's just gonna roll his eyes at that, but
gonna be like, oh my god. But it's but Patman is the Lauren Elise police. Like, and so now I'll like look over in chat and someone will say like, oh, Lauren Elise is, needs to put on like something like more makeup or something, and Patman will be like, listen, that's not very nice, and I am the Lauren Elise police, and I will ban you. So I mean, he warns. He does exactly what I said. Like,
you need to get him like a little badge and everything. Like,
yeah, he deserves like a sunflower or something besides his name, besides like the little lightning bolt.
Actually, I think no, they changed that recently. It's like a sword now or something ridiculous. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they're like the lightning bolt wasn't cool enough. Let's give them swords, like, because that always goes well.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So anyways, I have a lot of really good mods and stuff. And there's other ones. There's like Dr. Mars, there's Abeo. I know that I'm not gonna like get everybody, but there's just people that are always there. Clutch always kind of drops in and he'll be a mod sometimes. The gun run will come in. He's always nice.
He's awesome. He is everywhere all the time.
He is. I can just say I'm having a computer problem, and then the gun run is in chat, and I'm like.
He's like a good version of Agent Smith from The Matrix, right? Like, he can just be anywhere at any time.
Yeah, you just say you're having a problem and the gun run will show up. He's awesome about that. But yeah, the good Samaritans out there really helped me a lot.
Cool. All right, well, Lauren, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with me. It was very enjoyable getting to know you a little bit better. I hope everyone else got a good time too. If you guys have comments and such, of course, leave them in the section below. I don't know if she'll be reading them. I know I will be. I pretty much like stalk our own YouTube page, so sad it is. But again, if you guys want to get in contact with Lauren or myself, our Twitters are below our names here. Dinosaur arms. But yeah, Lauren, any final words before you go?
Thank you, first of all, for taking the time to talk to me and kind of go in depth about just how I got involved. Like, it's really nice to kind of just talk about everything and not have like a shit ton of pressure. So I really appreciate you just being so cool about stuff and letting me do this with you. I had a great time too. Watch NASL stream, twitch.tv/NASL TV. Every Sunday we have the Pulse and I'm always doing segments on there. You can follow my stream at Twitch TV/NASL_Lauren. I stream every night, Wednesday through Sunday, from 9:30 to 11:30, and on Fridays we have Loveline. And I think that's pretty much it. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. If not, you suck. So, but yeah, that's it, Grant. Thank you so much for having me on.
Well, thank you very much for coming on.